Silence, a faint whisper, then a heartbeat. Millions of people believe they know the ending of The Sixth Sense. They remember one twist, one revelation, one shocking moment. But what if that was never the real mystery? What if the ghosts were never the point? What if every room, every color, every silence, every reflection was quietly telling a different story? A story about grief, memory, denial, and the invisible worlds people carry inside themselves. Today, we're not watching a horror movie, we're decoding a map of the human mind. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Movies entertain, some inspire, some disappear the moment the credits roll, but every so often, a film leaves behind symbols that continue speaking long after the story ends. Today, we decode The Sixth Sense, not to explain the ending, but to understand why the film still unsettles audiences decades later. Because perhaps the greatest ghost isn't the one standing behind us, it's the one we refuse to face inside ourselves. Ghosts appear throughout the film, but notice something. They rarely arrive without purpose. They appear unfinished, holding pain, holding regret, holding fear. Yet something fascinating happens. The living characters behave almost exactly the same. Malcolm is trapped by guilt. Cole is trapped by fear. Lynn is trapped by exhaustion. Anna is trapped by grief. The film quietly blurs the line between the living and the dead, not because everyone is literally a ghost, but because unresolved pain can make anyone feel invisible. The story asks an uncomfortable question. When does surviving stop becoming living? Throughout the film, one color appears again and again. Red, a doorknob, a balloon, a dress, a church door, small details, easy to overlook. The filmmakers have explained that red often signals moments when the ordinary world brushes against something extraordinary, but symbolically. Red has carried meaning across cultures for centuries. Life, blood, danger, warning, threshold. Every appearance asks the audience to pay attention, not because it predicts a jump scare, but because something important is about to cross a boundary between certainty and uncertainty, between denial and truth. Almost every important scene happens inside a room: bedrooms, hallways, churches, basements, schools, apartments. Rooms are more than settings. They're emotional spaces, closed doors, hidden memories, locked secrets. Cole constantly moves between these spaces, almost like someone exploring different chambers of consciousness. Each room reveals another truth, another fear, another wound. The house becomes a metaphor, not for a haunted building, but for a haunted mind. The film rarely rushes, it waits, it allows silence to become uncomfortable. Modern films often explain everything. The Sixth Sense does the opposite. It trusts quiet. Silence becomes another character. It forces viewers to observe, to notice, to question. Sometimes what isn't said becomes more important than dialogue. The spaces between words become emotional clues. The audience begins doing detective work without realizing it. The mystery isn't simply unfolding, it's inviting participation. Many viewers focus on Cole's ability. He sees ghosts. But the film presents that gift in an unexpected way. Cole isn't powerful. He isn't chosen. He isn't celebrated. He's frightened, lonely, misunderstood. Only when someone finally believes him does healing begin. Whether viewers interpret the ghosts literally or symbolically, the emotional truth remains the same. People often suffer most when no one listens to what they're trying to express. The film reminds us that compassion can be as transformative as certainty. Everyone remembers the ending, but the revelation only works because the audience has been taught where to look and where not to look. Our assumptions complete the illusion. We fill gaps, we overlook inconsistencies, we accept familiar patterns. The film quietly demonstrates how perception shapes reality. Not because reality changes, but because attention does. The twist isn't simply about one character, it's about us. About how easy the human mind constructs a story and how difficult it can be to let go of it when new evidence appears. Perhaps the sixth sense was never trying to frighten us. Perhaps it asked something much quieter. What parts of ourselves remain unheard? What memories remain unopened? What conversations are we avoiding? The ghosts don't merely haunt houses, they haunt unfinished lives. The people they visit are often carrying burdens of their own. Healing begins not with fear, but with listening. The greatest mystery was never whether ghosts exist. The greatest mystery is how often we fail to notice what is right in front of us. Sometimes, the unseen is not invisible, it is simply ignored. This has been another Movie Decode from Mysterious Encounters. Until next time, look beyond the obvious, because every great story leaves clues. The question is whether we're willing to see them.